Well, good Sunday morning, friends. How are you? Come on in, have a seat. Let's hang out. Some things I wanted to discuss with you this morning before we get to the food part later. First thing is, check out my shirt. I guess I'll start with this. Listen, y'all. Last time Brock and I were at Walmart, he picked him up some inexpensive t-shirts to wear. And when I was home hanging them up, I was like, wow, those are really nice. I wish I would have gotten myself some basic t-shirts to wear to work. So we went last night and I picked up this one. And isn't this cute? It's striped. I don't know if you can see it, men's department. Listen, ladies, I always get my t-shirts from the men's department. You know why? Because they're cheaper. They're always cheaper than the women's. And I like the cut of a men's t-shirt. It's generous. So I always size up. This is a 2X that I'm wearing because they usually shrink. So I usually size up. So that's just me. I like a looser at work, a looser t-shirt. But this is just cute, this blue. And I wish I would have got more of these striped. And I got a couple solid ones. And also listen to what I did. I bought a huge t-shirt to wear as a nightgown because they're cheaper than a nightgown. I wear shorts under them. So I think I got them for $4.98. You can get a nightgown for $4.98. So it's just a longer t-shirt. It comes right above the knee. I wear a pair of shorts to bed and we're set for cheap. So don't sleep, ladies, on the men's department for t-shirts. I can't be the only one. So anyway, also something else I found last night. We went to Walmart to get some things for the camper. And we were going down the aisle and I said, Brock, stop. When I saw this cooling throw blanket, I want you to see this. So there's the brand. It was $13.98. This is for Madison, so I bought me one. Let me tell you what, if you have hot flashes or you run hot, if you're someone who, this was amazing. I could not believe it. So like I said, $13.98. It's more like a lap blanket, but I'm only 5'4" and I stretch the 4 part. This was perfect for me. So one side is warm and cozy microfiber and the other is advanced cool touch fabric. And listen, I took this to bed with me last night. Not this one, this one's Madison's. When I was having those hot flashes, that was a lifesaver. $13.98 Walmart. It is the Essential Cooling Throw. 50 by 60. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you run hot. So this one was Maddie. Maddie, we say she runs hot. So she's always warm. And my sister-in-law, her aunt, Brock's sister, is the exact same way. So that's probably where she gets it from. So she said, please, Mom, please. So when I did my grocery order, I ordered her one. So this is for her to take home. If you need something like that, there you go. Okay, so the next part I want to discuss with you is today I talked to you about Dr. Eric Westman's, he calls it a protocol. So if you've not seen any of Eric Westman's videos, he researched Dr. Atkins' eating protocol and did research studies on it and kind of took off where when Dr. Atkins passed away, he kind of took up where he left off. Okay, so this is his plan. So I wanted to make sure, I found this on Pinterest and you could search Dr. Eric Westman's page 4, and evidently in his book, this is what you're allowed to eat. And I wasn't for sure if it was legit, but I finally found a video. And if I can find that video again, I'll link it to this video so you can watch it. And he discussed what you can eat. But this is a little bit more of an in-depth list. Okay, so pause. Go get your pen and paper or whatever you write with. And then you can write you down a copy. Okay. And I'll also link the video. If I can find it, I'll link it to here. I'm learning how to do all that. Okay. So of course, unlimited meats. So this is kind of like if you're like me who really loves carnivore, but you feel like you need a little bit more. this is the perfect plan for you. Okay, so the unlimited meats. So he even talks about hot dogs. He doesn't care about hot dogs. He doesn't care about bologna. And I said, ooh, wait. Now I'm sure you don't want you eating 15 hot dogs. Okay, so unlimited meats, just like carnivore. So this is for the whole day. You can have 2 cups a day of leafy greens. So if it has a leaf, he said, you can have it. 2 cups for the whole day. Not per meal, for the whole day. 2 cups of those. So you can spread it out. A cup of salad for lunch, a cup of salad for dinner. Okay, so you can have cabbage, lettuce, collard greens, you know, anything like that. I just wrote down the things that I can eat off the list. 1 cup a day of vegetables, non-starchy vegetables. The whole day, 1 cup. So you could have 1 cup of salad, half a cup of vegetables for lunch, and the same for dinner. So you can split it up or have it all in one meal. So 2 cups of leafy greens, 1 cup of non-starchy vegetables, which for me, I wrote down what I eat, which would be broccoli, cauliflower, celery, green beans, mushrooms, onions, peppers. He had sugar snap peas, zucchini. Those are the things I need. Now, I'm going to tell you that I will occasionally add carrots. They're not on the list, but I love to snack on carrots and hummus. So that's about the only snack. I'm not a big snacker. That's about the only snack that I will have. So I'm going to add carrots. It's not going to kill me. And then here's where it differs from like a low carb diet or keto. It's not, this isn't a high fat type situation. So it limits. So cheese, 4 ounces of cheese a day. That's it, 4 ounces. Cream cheese and half, all of that. Butter, 2 tablespoons. So see, there's where it kind of differs. And that's where I think this is going to work for me because I do better with lower fat. Plus, I'm going to keep track. I weighed this morning and it does my body fat. We're going to see how this does in a week. I'll give you all the results. 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. So there's where it differs also. And then you're allowed sugar-free Jell-O. So this is the list. This is what I'm going to be following for the next week. He calls it a protocol. So that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm going to link that video here. Okay, so that's all the catch-up information I wanted to give you on that. So today, I thawed out some chicken legs. So we're going to do some baked chicken legs. And we're going to do some steamed cauliflower. Now listen, I was going to do mashed cauliflower. And then I realized that my food processor, Maddie, borrowed. So I'm going to do something different with the cauliflower. I don't know what yet. We'll figure it out together. So there you have it. That's what's on the agenda today. And I'll be back later when we get ready for dinner. Happy Sunday. So I just got back from the pond. We got a new floaty yesterday. It's huge. Brock and I both could fit on it. So I had some nice pond time, but I'm getting hungry. So let's make Sunday dinner. So we're going to make some chicken legs. I'm just going to throw them in the oven. A simple, preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And then we're going to make a baked cauliflower. The whole head. I've never done this recipe before. So we are going to do it together. So stay tuned for that. So I had cooked a few pieces of bacon this morning. So I'm going to put this bacon grease right on the pan. Ooh-wee. I warmed it up. So it was liquid again. I'm just going to take a spoon here and I'm going to spread this all around my baking sheet. All right, I gotta grab the gloves. All right, I'm ready to roll. So I'm gonna put the chicken down. I've got, let's see how many legs I bought here. I got this whole pack of legs on sale for $5.19. You cannot beat that. Can't shake that with a chicken leg. All right, let's get these on there. Maddie stayed with us last night. My daughter, she went home earlier. She had things to do. So she didn't go to the pond with us, but I was happy to have her here. Always happy to have her here. All right, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 chicken legs. Now, I'm going to do some, well, let me turn these, let me waller these in the bacon grease. All right. So growing up, I'll tell you a funny story about Waller. My daughter, Maddie, she has her degree in English and her master's degree in creative writing and poetry. Growing up, I would always say Waller. Because, you know, that's what hillbillies say. She never put it together until she was older that was wallow. So we laugh about it. So anyway, so I think about her every time I say Waller. They're like, they'll be wallering around on stuff. When they were little, they'd waller all over my bed when I make it. Anyway, I'm going to season it out. Onion powder. You season your chicken however you want. These are my favorites. Of course, paprika. You know she's coming. You know she's invited to the party. All right. There we go. Some Aleppo pepper for a little bit of heat. Oh, I didn't get you. Get you. All right. Got on there. And of course, some garlic powder. A little Miss Salt. Mr. Pepper. I'm going to flip them, do the same thing on the other side. Everything's been seasoned, 400 degrees. I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes and we will go from there. I'm going to throw these in the oven and then we're going to make our sauce for the cauliflower. Stay tuned, you want to see this. So my plan was to make mashed cauliflower tonight for dinner. Then I realized Madison borrowed my food processor, so we changed gears here. So, you didn't see this part, but this is the cauliflower head that I got from the grocery. Cut off the leaves from the bottom, and you can steam it or boil it in salted water 5 to 7 minutes. So I think mine was in there roughly 7 or 8. I boiled it in salted water, and then I salted it when it was out, and I put it in this baking dish. Okay, we're going to leave it whole. Now, inside of my bowl here, I have a small head here. So I think if you had a bigger head of cauliflower, increase this cheese topping. So, half a cup shredded Parmesan cheese. We're going to do a half a cup of mayonnaise. I think that's going to be plenty for this small head of cauliflower. So half a cup of mayonnaise. Just going to give that a little bit of a stir here. And I also have some shredded or some grated shredded cheese. This is Monterey Jack that I just shredded. I would say this is, give or take, a little bit more than half a cup. Just eyeball it. It's not that important. Okay. I'm going to use the same spices you used on the chicken. I'm going to do some paprika. I'm going to do some garlic powder. And I'm going to do some onion powder. And some Aleppo pepper. Now, it's your food. Season it the way you would like. Alright, here we go. I'm just giving you what I'm doing. You run with it and make it your own. Alright. Ooh, that looks good. This is our cheese topping that goes on top of our cauliflower. Here, let me just so you can see. I'm excited to try this. This is going to be delicious. I hope. Okay, I think I got everything out of the way. So here's our head of cauliflower. Baking dish to catch everything. So we're going to put this on top of the cauliflower. So this is definitely going to fit that keto or low carb situation. I'm going to try to, this is what the recipe says to do. So I'm going to kind of try to push it down into the inside of the cauliflower too. Get some more on this side. Kind of painting it on there. Ooh wee, this would be good with some crumbled bacon too, if you wanted to do that. Cooked bacon, I wouldn't do raw. Might not cook enough in there. We got a cheese ball of cauliflower. Okay. Got quite a bit of mixture left there. I could have probably did 1/4 of a cup with this small head here. But I think what I'll do is I will just place the rest in the pan. And that way, once it's cut open, we have a little bit for dipping. Put it all on there. There we go. Now, since the cauliflower is soft and it's always completely cooked through, I'm going to wait till my chicken, probably 20 minutes before the chicken's ready. I will put this in. I have the chicken on the bottom rack right now, and then I'll put this on the top rack. But look at that. Oh, friends. I'm going to add a little pepper. I think that's going to be so good. Okay, I'm going to clean up my mess, and I'll be back. Friends, Sunday dinner is ready. Grab you a plate. Let's eat. Now, look at this chicken. Nice, great color from that bacon grease. If you don't use bacon grease, you got tallow, whatever you want to do. Look at that. Now, this was about 50 minutes because some of these legs are really big. But look at the star of the show. This is that cauliflower that we baked. Maybe you've done this before. I've never done this before. 10 minutes for that, and then I put the broiler on low to give it some nice color there on top. And then I fixed a Caesar salad. So let's cut into this. I'm excited to try this. I don't know how I'm going to. I think I'm just going to cut off a piece here on the side, just like that. Oh, friends. I'm just going to, got me a spoon here. I'm just going to scoop it out on my plate. Look at that cheesy goodness. Oh my. All right. Let's give it a try. I'm going to add a little extra pepper because, you know, I like it. All right. Here we go. Moment of truth. Listen, I'm starving. I went swimming today. Actually swam instead of just floating. So I have worked up an appetite. That's absolutely amazing. I mean amazing. The boys are going to love this. This is so good. All right. I'm going to have some salad. Go. This is just one of those kits from Walmart that I like that has everything in it. And then I'm going to, of course, have a chicken leg. Thanks for stopping by for chicken dinner, Sunday dinner. Not chicken. What is a chicken dinner? Thanks for stopping by for Sunday dinner, which has chicken in it. So speaking of chicken, let's get us a little piece out here. Here we go. Let's just see. Let's see how tender it is. Super tender. I'm one happy girl. All right, thanks for stopping by for Sunday dinner and hanging out with me. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. You need to make this. Seriously, you need to make that.